All right, welcome back, everybody, to day 5 of the US Open, and we're starting with Swiatek. She's starting first. It's not a crazy day today. Yesterday, obviously, was so much happened yesterday. So many things happened yesterday. But today, it's a little bit less intense. There's at least on the matches side of things. We got Swiatek, we got Sinner, we got Goff coming up tonight. Goff's match is going to be fun. So that'll be fun tonight. And then, we'll see what else is going on besides those matches. But hopefully it's not as hectic as yesterday. Yesterday was so much. There was so much going on. So much was happening. Swiatek bagels are loading? Man, maybe. We do have matches already going on at the moment. We've got Rublev, Mercedi, Zachary. They're all playing at the moment. So let's see how Swiatek looks. Winner of this match, by the way, will take on the winner of Kalinskaya, Putintseva, who are on court now. And Kalinskaya's at 5-1 at the moment. But let's see. I'm not sure what Suzan Lamens is going to bring. I don't know what her game is like, and if her game is going to trouble Swiatek. I would be surprised if it did. I'd be surprised if Swiatek was in trouble here, but you never know. We have had some surprises already this week. Warsaw greets you. Hey, what's up? Today's the hottest day in Warsaw. How's it in Melbourne? It's winter. It's not cold, but it's just been, everything's damp. Today should be more chilled. Yeah. By the way, I did listen to the Townsend press conference. I mean, she handled that so well. Yeah, she handled it great. We're all chill today, but watch Sinner get upset. It'll send up. I don't. Okay, come on now. As much as I want Poppy to win, I don't think I could handle an upset this early, like that. That's like a massive, the biggest upset. Her response was honestly as perfect as it could have been. Oh yeah, for sure. Great. Great response. Sinner will not lose more than 6 games. Okay. Why are you yawning? Because it's 1:30 in the morning. And I just woke up. Coffee hasn't kicked in. Like, that's why. Don't worry. I'll probably keep yawning all day. So it's fine. Whatever. Don't worry about it. It'll be all right. It'll be fine. Yeah, we got Baptiste taking on Osaka as well later, which I think they've played twice this year. They've definitely played once. So we're going to watch that. That could be interesting as well. Is Shelton a dark horse for the title? No. I don't think he's a dark horse. I think you've got the favorites, and then he's like one of the second contender kind of guys. Like if he won, I don't think it'd be like this random pick, right? I think a dark horse has to be someone who's unexpected. I think at this point we're kind of going, well, Shelton could win. Things would have to happen to help him, but I don't think Shelton's a dark horse. I wouldn't consider. I mean, if he won again, would it be shocking if he won? No, not really. Somebody who would be a dark horse would be somebody like Tommy Paul, or someone outside the top, even like I mean, Mercedi, Hashanov, yeah, maybe. But I think anyone from Djokovic to Sinner in the rankings, if they won, it's like, okay, Zverev, Fritz, Shelton, yeah, okay, maybe not expected to win, but I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't say they're a dark horse. Aren't you concerned for your health, given you regular disruption of your sleep schedule? No, I just don't think about it, to be honest. Should I be worried about my health? Now you've got me worried. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. What do I do? No, it's all right. I sleep enough. Mercedi winning a hardcourt slam would be shocking. I mean, but the US Open's always produced. If it was the Australian Open, yes. But this slam always produces, on the men's side, produces different champions at times. So, yeah. Cam, could you make a video of what happened between Townsend and Ostapenko? Not really. I don't want to do that. I don't think we need to. It's been like nearly 24. Like it's been like 12, whatever. How many hours? Almost 24 hours later. So I think everybody knows what's going on. I don't really want to make a video about it. It's been. I think it's. Maybe I should have done it yesterday. Maybe, but there was so much other stuff going on. You know. That by the end of the day, I didn't feel like making another video. And look, I think Townsend said it best. It's sports, and I love how she responded that way. How she said, "Yeah, this is sports. You know, competition, heated in the moment." Like, I love that she went that way and not, you know, and it's awesome. Like, that is and she even said, like, I think people are getting a bit soft, you know, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You know, that she went that way as well and being like, you know, this is sports. It's not that, you know, let's not all get so, like, you know, she didn't take it personal she didn't take, you know, she wasn't taking shit from her, but she didn't seem to take it as a personal attack. So, you know, you don't have to get, I guess you don't have to get angry on her behalf. You know, if she's not upset by it. She was great, though. Townsend in the press conference was like perfect. Like, she was perfect. The way she responded was great. It's awesome. She handled it really well. Yeah. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Just started. My day just started. I'm hoping today will be a little bit more chilled. Yesterday was so crazy. Like, we had crazy matches. We had Draper withdrawing. We had, obviously, at the end of the day, we had the Ostapenko Townsend stuff go on. And it was just, yesterday was just crazy. And we watched like 7 matches. Madness. It wasn't entertaining like some spats. I don't think it was like, yeah. It definitely wasn't. It did, yeah. It wasn't funny, for sure. That's for sure. Like, it wasn't funny, like when the umpire, like when you know, when Medvedev like is talking to the umpire or something and making jokes, like, you know, saying things like that. You know, like, you know, when Medvedev called the umpire a small cat, that was funny. But when two players just, like, you know, yelling at each other, it's not fun. I do want to see them play doubles, though. I want to see what, like, I'm excited to see them play again. But yeah, you don't want to see, like, it got a little ugly, you know. it didn't put Penko in the best light at all. I think she, even though she stood her ground and so did Townsend, I don't think Penko would want to repeat that. I don't think she would be super happy with it. All right, who's winning this one, chat? I'm going with Swiatek. What? That's crazy. I'm going to go Swiatek in straight sets. Backhand rally, and that's in the net by Swiatek. Love 15. Swiatek 7 first. Why does she lie about rules in her post? I think I don't know. You have to ask Penko, but I think what Penko meant was like, I don't think she meant like there's like rules, because there's no rules. I think she meant, I interpreted that as like, she meant like unwritten rules, like etiquette, like, you don't do this. I think that's what she meant. I don't think she meant like, there is a rule in this page of the rule book. Like, I don't think she meant there's a literal rule. I think she sort of thought that, she meant, I don't think she meant that. I think she meant like, it's just like a rule, like it's an unspoken rule, like, you don't do that. Whereas Townsend's like, I've been doing that my whole career. What are you talking about? 15-0. But again, I don't know. You have to ask the people that were involved. 400 rally. Swiatek forehand down the line. Into the back end of Lemens. Forehand Swiatek to the forehand of Lemens. And Swiatek goes a slice of Lemens. Into the back end of Swiatek. And Swiatek hits a winner. 30-15. All right. 30-15. Swiatek serves a fault, second serve. I almost got a meatball sub for breakfast, but went with chicken McGriddles instead. Yeah, I did get a meatball sub and it was good. It was exactly what it was. It just hit the spot. 400 rally. And Swiatek again to the forehand of Lemens. Lemens hits it wide, and it's 40-15. We're back in a Raducanu. Should be fun. Yeah, that's going to be tomorrow. I'm excited for that one. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. There's a lot of good matches tomorrow. There are a lot of matches tomorrow. As the return goes in the net, and Swiatek wins the first game, 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. So what else is going on? So we've got Zachary serve for the first set. Callan Sky's up a set already against Put and Saber. Callan Sky Swiatek would be really fun. Rublev won the first set 6-3. Sinner and Swiatek are the only ones to go get me watching their feet. Okay, that's cool. I think they have Dasher playing in the car park. Oh, man. Swiatek is top tier direction placement. She can put the ball wherever she wants. Yeah. 400 rally. As Swiatek gets a backhand passing shot. Lemens volley in the net. Love 15. Love 15. As Swiatek gets it out, and it's 15-0. 15 all. As with a forehand to backhand rally. Now backhand from Swiatek inside out to the forehand of Lemens. Lemens in the net. And it's 15-30. Swiatek with a chance to break. Should Pinko get banned? No. Why would she get banned? She'll get fined, for sure. But why would she get banned? She'll get a fine because it's not a good look for the sport. Like, it's not a good look for, the breaking rackets, yelling at umpires, having, verbal fights with opponents. All those things would be finable offenses. They'd fine her, but they wouldn't ban her. Forehand to forehand rally. There's a backhand slice from Lemens. And then Swiatek puts away the forehand winner. It's 15-30. Do you watch Sasha later in the night session? No. No. We do not do that. Also, I don't think he's playing the second match anyway. He's playing the first match and we were watching Goff. So I don't think he's playing. Yeah, he's playing while Goff plays. So we're going to be watching Coco. Yeah, I'm using this opportunity today to have yesterday we were live for 11 and a half hours. We watched 7 matches throughout the whole day. Today is there's a lighter day. And tomorrow is going to be hectic. So Swiatek breaks, 2-love. So I'm going to take this opportunity when we don't have as many matches and they're not super and crazy matches that we can... I'm going to try and pace myself because I want to be firing at the end of the tournament. I don't want to be dying at the end of the tournament. You know what I mean? By the time we get to the 4th round and things get real and important, I want to be fresh as I can be. Now, I've learned my lesson from past events where I've gone real crazy in the first couple of days. And then by the time we get to day 6 or 7, I'm just spent. So I'm going to try and not have that happen. But sometimes we have a 5-set, unexpected 5-set match like we did with Fognini and Alcaraz, right? When you can't avoid watching those matches, but we're not going to watch. And I already know that Zverev matches usually go. We know they go for a long time, and he won straight to Tabilo the other day, but it went for 2.5 hours. So it's do we really need to watch a straight sets win for Zverev in 2.5 hours or 3 hours? And I think Fernley there might be 4 sets, but again, I'm thinking Zverev wins, and then we'll watch him when he starts to play some of those big names later in the tournament. So we'll watch Zverev. We will watch him eventually. If he was during the day, we'd probably watch him, but because he's playing at night, by the time I get to the end of the day, it's going to be pretty. I asked you this, chat. If you're from Germany, you'll stay up and watch it. But how many people in the chat are going to stay up past midnight on a Thursday to watch Zverev's second round? That's also something I've got to consider, But also we're watching Coco at the same time. So it's Goff-Vekic is a better matchup on paper. More important too, because if Goff loses, that's a huge upset. If Zverev loses, it would be huge too, but Coco's that would be, that'd be intense. Is this a Zverev fan? I wouldn't even do that. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I trust in Sasha that he will play and win, and we'll watch him make in the 4th round or something. Yeah, I'm taking that approach to this tournament. Usually, the other tournaments we've done this year, it's been let's go. But this time, this US Open, I'm a little less. I want to just. I got to just pace myself a little bit more. Otherwise, I'm going to get it's going to get bad. Especially if we have Sinner Alcaraz final. I don't want to be having a croaky voice in that match. 4-4 rally. Volley from Swiatek's good. Lemens gets it back, but Swiatek volleys that one away into the open court. 40-30. Does that make sense, Chad? Am I making any sense? All right, 40-30. Swiatek for a 3-love lead. And also, I'm kind of thinking that Sinner Popyrin might be... Like, that could be a match that's... Like Djokovic yesterday, right? We didn't expect that match to go 4 sets, but this one feels like it might go the distance, and it could be that crazy 5-set match we get for the first couple of days of this tournament. It has potential. And also, if Popyrin starts winning, you know what happens. I start freaking out. 4-4 in rally. As Swiatek goes down the middle again to the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek back on the stretch in the net. All right, advantage Lemens to get back a break. Advantage Lemens. Hey, by the way, Dutchy, thank you for the 30 months. Appreciate that. By the way, just having a look at the other scores as well. Sakura on the first set. 6-3. And Mercedi is on serve against Goffin in the first set of his match. Good serve out wide Swiatek. And it's in the net on the return. It's deuce. By the way, Mercedi's match is taking so long. 43 minutes for 8 games is a crazy. Because that match started 30 minutes before this match, and we're almost halfway through the set here, and they've just got to 4-all. That is crazy. What are we looking at? We're looking at 5.5, 6-minute games on average. He's playing Goffin, and that kind of makes sense, but it's like also, what the hell? I think we might have to add Mercedi to the list of players that we only watch when we have to down the track. Mercedi's Zverev, is that going to be a thing? That's going to be brutal. Swiatek holds 3-love. All right, 3-love. Holy crap. Zverev versus Auger-Aliassime might be a thing. We'll definitely watch Zverev-Rublev if that becomes a thing. Zverev-Rublev would be... that's fun. Shapo's playing today, yeah. Goffin's playing slow. Oh, okay, so Mercedi's fine. So Goffin's the one who's taking his time. But he is, you're right, he is a veteran. Sakura's up a set and a break now. All right. Yeah, we're not going to keep talking about Ostapenko and Townsend. It's been done to death. We've talked about it a lot, and there's not much we can add, so we're not going to keep talking about it. But you can just Google it, and you'll find out plenty of information. Yeah, clip of the year last year for Popyrin backs up that it could be crazy. Do you think Norrie has a chance to break his duck against Novak? Could he win? No, I don't think he wins. But he's definitely gets under Djokovic's skin. All right. 3-0. As Lemens double faults, love 15. of 15. We had a fault from Lemens, second serve. And Swiatek gets a return out, 15 all. As the return goes for Lemens. That goes out by Lemens, 15-30. As the return goes in forehand of Lemens. Backhand down the line to the forehand of Swiatek. As Lemens backhand again. To the backhand of Swiatek. Lemens backhand into the forehand of Swiatek. Into the forehand of Lemens. And Swiatek backhand cross court. Lemens runs around, hits a forehand inside out. To the backhand of Swiatek. Lemens forehand into the forehand of Swiatek. Again the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek down the line in the net. 30-all. First serve is a fault, second serve. And then a double fault. 30-40. Vekic Gauff will be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be intense. $30-40. Swiatek returns it wide, and it's deuce. By the way, Cal and Sky are Putin Saber are on court right now. Winner of this match will take on the winner of that match. And right now, Cal and Sky is up 6-1, 2-1. Actually, I lied. She's up 6-1 and down 3-2 in the second. Putin Saber has broken. Sakari also up a set and a break in her match. Swiatek with a free point there. That's advantage Swiatek for the double break. Again, we're not going to talk about Penko and Townsend. So when I say that, it means that I don't want to talk about it. So can we just I mean, maybe this thing is not on. Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? We're not talking about it. As that goes wide by Swiatek, and we're back to deuce. We're not going to talk about this thing. Blah, 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 blah. What? It's the opposite of what I said. Deuce. Serving to the forehand of Swiatek. Forehand now from Lemens. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Lemens backhand to the backhand of Swiatek. The forehand of Lemens. Forehand now from Swiatek. She hits backhand. Into the backhand of Lemens. Forehand now Swiatek in the forehand of Lemens. And Swiatek again hits it in the net. Lemens gets advantage. Advantage Lemens. Five-minute game, by the way. Medi's situation was actually very entertaining. Penko was not pleasant. I mean, both were not great for the look of the sport. Good serve from Lemens, 3-1. All right. Swiatek 3-1. All right, Swiatek serves. And the return goes in to Swiatek, and Lemens puts in the net, 15-love. Do you think Lemens has the game to crack the top 50? Yeah, I mean, she seems consistent, like a consistent baseline. I'm trying to pinpoint who she plays like, but she doesn't seem to be going for too many winners, so she seems more a bit of a grinder. You're so bored with this match. Am I? $30-love. I'm trying to figure out who she plays like. But Swiatek keeps hitting too many winners. $30-love. Just from what I see, she seems like a grinder, good move. Yeah, she seems, again, I'm trying to find a player. I mean, like Pegula? Is that a good comparison? Maybe a Palini type, you know? Pegula's a little more aggressive, though. But she's definitely got, like, she's standing, really far behind the baseline. She's just happy to run. Seems consistent. 30-15. Yeah, probably closer to Palini than Pegula. Pegula's a little bit more aggressive and all round, whereas I mean Palini's she can come to the net and volley too, but I think Lemens is more of that traditional baseliner, side to side. But the problem is when you play Swiatek, that doesn't work, does it? I mean, how many players play that style and beat Swiatek, right? Not many. The players that beat Swiatek have weapons, have big shots, big serves, can push her around. Maybe like Navarro? Yeah, maybe. All right. Serving to the back end of Lemens. Swiatek forehand to the front of Lemens. Again, the front of Swiatek is Lemens down the middle. Swiatek backhand crossed. Lemens gets on the stretch. Swiatek again with the backhand of the backhand of Lemens. Is Swiatek backhand again. Lemens backhand into the backhand of Swiatek. As Lemens again with the backhand to the backhand of Swiatek. Into the backhand of Lemens. Lemens hits it out. 4-1 Swiatek. I mean, she is kind of like Swiatek, but except she's just not as consistent and she doesn't go. She's not trying. She's setting that. She's just kind of like, again, she's just trying to get the ball back. She's not going for winners. She's not as obviously not as good as Swiatek. Otherwise, she would have slams. But she definitely has that sort of all right, I'm going to rally. But then she doesn't really have a weapon like the players that push Swiatek, Maybe if she played someone like a Raducanu or Sabalenka, it might be better because, that's her style might work better against them. But when you're playing Swiatek, just getting the ball back is not going to be enough. Unless Swiatek plays bad, which is very unlikely. I'm just having a look here at Lemens. So they've never played before. This is the first time meeting between these two. So she's currently 66 in the world. Her career high ranking was actually earlier this month at 58. So she is at career high ranking. 23 wins, 21 losses this year. Best result, semi-finals in Rouen in April on the clay. If I have a look at her. So hard courts, 13 wins, 12 losses. Clay courts, 4 wins, 5 losses. And grass, 4 and 4. So she's definitely more of a hard court player. I wouldn't say she's a clay courter. She seems like she's got a pretty much like she's way more of a hardcore player. But you also got to remember, like, you got to think, okay, where's she from? She's from the Netherlands. Okay, so she probably indoor hard courts, grew up on that, right? So it makes sense that she would play better on hard courts. Whereas other parts of Europe, you'd be like, well, maybe she's clay because you play. So we can kind of guess that she's probably because she's from Netherlands, she's probably more indoor hard court would be her preferred surface. And she made a semi-final in Rouen, which is an indoor clay court, right? So even though it's clay, it's still indoors. I think, right? That's indoor clay, right? Rouen, I think. So yeah, so I guess like it would be interesting to see her results on indoor courts. Billie Jean King Cup, for example. Maybe not this year, but if next year, unless the Netherlands are still in, I don't know. So yeah. I love 30. Her best win this year, she actually took out Haddad Maia, 21 in the world at the time, so that's her highest win. She has played Raducanu this year. She lost straight sets, but she did play Raducanu. All right, love 40. But this is her highest ranked opponent. She is 26 years old, so she's been around for a while. Hasn't got a top 10 win yet. In fact, her best win against Haddad Maia was her best career win. Never played. This is only her second top 10 opponent in her career. She played Raducanu, and now she's playing Swiatek. And Swiatek gets a 5-1. It's only her second time against a top 10 player in her career. And she's 26, right? So she's a bit of a late starter. But Swiatek is cruising. 5-1. All right. Good serve, Swiatek. 15 love. Swiatek with a good serve. 30 love. As the forehand goes out by Swiatek, and it's 30-15. As the return goes out from Lemens, and it's 40-15. Set points for Swiatek. We do have Sinner coming on straight after this. Swiatek serves a fault second serve. Second serve. To the back end of Lemens. Forehand Swiatek. As Lemens forehand of the stretch. Swiatek goes again to the forehand of Lemens. Into the forehand of Swiatek with a slice. Lemens forehand again to the forehand of Swiatek. To the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek back on the stretch. Lemens goes down the middle. Swiatek forehand inside out. Lemens backhand. Into the back of Swiatek. Lemens with the forehand of the stretch. Goes in the net. There's the set. 6-1. 6-1 Swiatek. Alexandra Eala's already won. That was quick. 6-2, 6-2. Okay, well that's someone who might play Swiatek in the third round? Fourth round. Also, Rublev is up a set and a break. All right. Swiatek takes the first. Whew. Well, wait, we're almost at 263k. So that's fun. Counts guys 4-all now. Yeah, in the second. All right. All right. 6-1. 31 minutes. By the way, chat, yesterday when I left we finished streaming, I went outside. I walked outside. And I found, Lease retired? Oh, man, that sucks. Noskova wins. Nice. Good for her. I went outside. And that's the end of the story. Okay. By the way, chat, how much are these drinks? What are they called? Honey. Are they called like honey? What are they called? Somebody in the chat knows. Honey juice? Okay. They must be like $20 each, right? Did I get my meatball sub? I did. So I went outside, and while I was outside, I went. The Game Boy is still there at the store. $23. What the hell? What are they putting in there? Gold? What the hell? So the Game Boy's still there, so that's good. But I went to the thrift because it was there, and I found The Grudge on DVD. So I got it. And now I've got The Ring and The Grudge. I haven't seen The Grudge in forever. It's Sarah Michelle Gellar, so I'm gonna watch that at some point. Halloween is looking. I've got movies all day for Halloween. Halloween is sorted. All right, 30 love. All right, 30 love. As that goes in the net from Lemens, 30-15. Shout out to Buffy, yeah. I've never watched Buffy. But I might have to add it to the list. All right, 30-15. And the back of return goes out from Swiatek. 40-15. We're going to talk about weapons sometime. Yep, chat, we're talking about weapons. From now on, we can talk about weapons. It's been like 3 weeks, so if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. If you haven't seen it, don't look at the chat and don't listen to me for like at least the next whenever. Smash from Lemens is too good. She's on the board first here. One love. Yeah, we can talk about weapons now. I think it's been long enough. If you haven't seen it by now, just spoilers alert. If you're going to see it, or if you don't want to see it, if you don't like horror movies, then also like be prepared. By far one of the, I reckon, chat, eventually, like, I don't know, it depends on how many people see it, but it felt like one of the all-time horror villains to me. When I saw the lady, and I was like, she's scary as hell. So creepy. Such a creepy villain. Yeah, Bella, maybe just like block your ears. She was so spooky. Oh, yeah. So spooky. I mean, we're not even giving anything away, but... All right. Swiatek with a forehand in the net. It's love 15. Yeah, super creepy. What do you think of Tiafoe's outburst getting fined $120,000 and Medvedev's outburst $42,000? Are the same? Are the rules the same? So I don't know why that would be so different. Tiafoe swore, and he was yelling at the umpire and swearing at the umpire, and it doesn't seem like, I mean, that seems like a very big difference, right? So I'm just trying to remember Tiafoe. So Tiafoe, what? He turned the umpire, he's like, F you, F you, F you, and he was like full on like swearing at the umpire. Medvedev didn't swear. So I guess the language part is definitely maybe a factor in determining how, how much you get fined. Because, I mean, if you use bad language, you're always going to get fined. Like, a lot. Like, bad language in tennis is like, no. But it does seem like, was Tiafoe's 3 times worse than Medvedev? I don't know. That seems a bit strange. But I also maybe think, again, I don't think there's consistency with it anyway, because it just depends on the. I mean, there's no consistency with it at all. It's not like there's like a menu of like, fines, and if you do this, you get this much, and if you do this, like it's a case by case basis. It seems. It doesn't seem like there's a formula, right? Where it's like, well, if you swear, it's this much, and if you do this, it's this much, and if you say this, I think it's kind of just like they base it on each person individually at the time. My only understanding would be that Tiafoe, like, they don't want players to swear and yell and scream at umpires, so they would try and deter people from doing that by giving someone a big fine for doing that. That would be my only understanding would be they maybe fine Tiafoe that much because nobody wants to be fined that much, and they could use it as a precedent of going, well, if you do that, you're going to get in trouble like that, so you better not do it. So everyone else is like, okay, we won't do it. Whereas with Medvedev, I mean, he was wasting time. He was making the crowd go crazy. It definitely wasn't as, like, aggressive. That goes out by... And, I mean, look, there's always that, like, I know Tiafoe wouldn't do anything. He's a nice person. But, like, there's that, like, threatening kind of vibe. Like with Rublev, right? When Rublev was threatening the umpire, the linesperson is screaming in their face. That was a whole thing too, right? I don't know how much he got fined, but... 30-40. So, yeah, so I'm not sure. But it doesn't seem like Tiafoe's outburst was 3 times worse than Medvedev's stuff. Medvedev was fined for unsportsmanlike conduct and racket abuse. Yeah. I guess verbal abuse is way more of a fine too. Maybe verbal abuse is the worst fine. I mean, obviously there's worse things that you could do, which we don't ever want to see. But verbal, like yelling and screaming at someone and swearing at someone, is probably the worst thing, and maybe gets you the biggest fines. Again, you have to go through every fine in the history of tennis to kind of, or at least every fine in the last couple of years to kind of get an idea of what's what, and see if there is a thing. Sometimes aggression behavior is measure based on skin color. Why has it got anything to do with skin color? Why do we do this every time? This is why we can't have discussions about anything, Chad. Like, All right, let's move on. Anyways, that goes in the net for Lemens, and it's 1-0. Obviously, worse would be throwing hands. Yeah, obviously. That is the worst thing you could do, is fight someone. All right. Now, we're talking about Tiafoe from, like, I think last year or the year before, when he got fined a lot because he was swearing and screaming at the umpire. Compared to Medvedev's fine. Uh, 15 love. No, 15 love. As that return goes out by Swiatek. Did he go out? No. Swiatek hit it in. No, 15-0. The return goes into the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek slice with a lob. Goes into the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek back of Lemens. And Swiatek forehand with a stretch. Lemens gets it back. Swiatek with a slice down the line. Goes long, and it's 30-15. It's too early to talk. It's too early for this shit today. Oh, God. All right, 30-15. As that goes out by Lemens on the backhand. 30-0. Now we got Sinner coming up after this against Poprin. Sakkari won. She's into the... Is that the first time in, like, years that she's made the third round of a slam? It's got to be. Remember how she would always lose first rounds? Love that for her. In chat, not to toot my own horn, but remember how I said, like, maybe the best thing for Sakkari would be to drop her ranking, and then that way she wouldn't have the pressure of being top 10 and having to, like, play really well. And now she's had the best result. I mean, she's made the third round last year at Wimbledon, but it's her best US Open result since making the semis in 2021. And who would have... she's out of the top 10, and she's not even seeded, and she's having a great run. Maybe she will possibly play Haddad Maya, and then Anisimova in the fourth round. I mean, I hope so. That'd be fun. Also, Rublev's up 2 sets to love. Mercedi's up a set and a break. So is Wong. All right. 40-30. Serve into the forehand of Swiatek. Forehand of Lemens. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Lemens. Forehand again to the forehand of Swiatek. Lemens forehand. Goes wide, and it's deuce. We get to deuce. First time in like 3 years. Yeah, at the US Open, it's the first time in 4 years. Sakkari's first third round since Wimbledon last year, where she lost to Raducanu. Yeah. But first here at the US Open for a long time, which is awesome. We love that. It's getting cold again. Kalinskaya wins. All right. So winner of this will play Kalinskaya. Oof. Okay. Swiatek Kalinskaya. I think it's the third time they played as well, right? They played twice. Did they play already this year? Not easy for Swiatek. Not an easy match at all. They played in Cincy. I thought so. I feel like we've watched them recently. They had the rematch in Cincy. But Kalinskaya was injured, wasn't she? She wasn't fit. I'm pretty sure she wasn't 100%. All right. All right, deuce again. As that goes in to the net by Lemens, it's advantage Swiatek. Kalinskaya always injured, it seems. Yeah, she's been injured a lot lately. So Swiatek gets a backhand winner, my bad. Lemens hit the ball, but it went wide. All right. First serve is a fault from Lemens. Second serve. As that goes out by Lemens, and Swiatek takes the break. All right. Swiatek with a set and a break. I think there's a chance Raducanu will get nervous against Raducanu, for sure. Walton is losing. Why do you have to say it like that? You could have said Wong's winning. Bro, why do you say it like that? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Why'd you say it like that? Huh? Why'd you say it like that? Why you got to say that, what, Australia's losing? The Australians losing? Is that what you got to say? Say it to my face. Say it right. Say it out loud. Just say it. Say it. Say it, bro. Don't pretend. Say it. Go on. Hey, Cam, you're Australian and he's losing. Just say it. Now I'm awake. All right. Walton is winning. Don't lie. All right. Swiatek going to set a break. That goes wide by Swiatek, and it's love 15. Love 15. Swiatek serves again. Forehand goes in the corner. Swiatek in the net. Love 30. Strange second set for Swiatek. As the return goes into the backhand, Swiatek backhand slice from Lemens. And Swiatek into the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek on the stretch. Goes long, and it's love 40. All right. Love 40. Mercedes up 5-11 in the second. Okay, nice. We're going to keep an eye on that because Osaka's played after that. Oh, chat. What's up? Love 40. First serve was a fault, second serve. By the way, chat, after the first couple of days, has your predictions changed at all? Have you changed your mind? Or maybe you had to change your mind because you picked Madison Keys or you picked somebody else. Have your predictions on the tournament changed? Like semi-finals predictions maybe? As Lemens hits a lovely lob, and that is a break. We're back on serve 2-2. Has anything changed? No. Or even after like seeing what's happened, maybe you're like, oh, I don't know if Goff's going to win. Like maybe you're a little concerned about players. Maybe you wish you would have picked Pegula, like me. No, nothing. Okay. Nope, stayed the same. Okay, yeah, nothing major's happened that I think we all have to freak out. I mean, Draper pulling out obviously is a big deal, but as well, you know, but nothing huge has happened, I guess, to shake my predictions yet. I mean, I picked Andreeva, Pegula, Andreeva, semi-final. I mean, who knows who makes that, but no, because I didn't pick your picks. The hell's that supposed to mean? Some of y'all are just rude. Straight up rude. I'm sorry. Whatever's going on in your life, I'm sorry. But it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it. I'm sorry, whatever you're dealing with, but you don't need to come at me for that. Alcaraz's haircut made me pick him, not Sinner. I was the same. I'm like, shit, I should have picked Alcaraz. If I knew he was going to cut his hair like that, I would have. Okay, I'll pick you. Okay, I'll pick Alcaraz. Shit. Okay, don't hurt me. You scared the shit out of me at the start. I was like, oh my god. I did pick Alcaraz to make it to the final anyway, so like, not a big deal. Yeah, we're not talking about Penko or any of the drama that's happened because we've talked about it to death. So I don't want to keep talking about it again and again and again and again and again. So we're gonna move on. I am a troll account. Well, go away then. We don't want troll accounts here. Go away. Go troll something else. Go to Twitter. That's what trolls are on Twitter. Go. We don't want that here. We want real people, real human beings, real people that are genuine and a part of the community, not coming in here to just be annoying. We don't need that. Mercedi won the second 6 love. All right, Mercedi. Doing his thing. Could Mercedi make the semis? Probably not, right? Because he has to play Sinner, I think. Could Mercedi make the quarterfinals now Draper's gone? For sure, right? Like Mercedi Sinner quarterfinal is now going to happen because Sinner, or maybe not, Caboli, Diallo, Brooksby. But Mercedi Sinner quarterfinal, right? I mean, that's got to be a thing. If Mercedi's healthy, he's been playing well enough. He can't make the semis, right? He's not going to beat Sinner, but, you know. Trolls are not welcome here? Yeah. Please don't be like that. Just be a part of the community. Don't be a pain in the ass. There's enough troubles in the world. We don't need you to cause more trouble. It's not funny. Also, what do you tell people at work? Do you go to work and they'd be like, oh, guess what I did? I made an anonymous account. I pretended to be nobody. And I said some things on a chat room. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you doing? Come on. How much nicer is it to go to work and be like, Yeah, I watched this YouTube channel, and we're watching the tennis, and we're talking about the sport, and it's a really fun community. Like, wouldn't that be? I think people at your work would probably be like more, would think that's a bit less weird. I don't know. Or maybe it's really cool and I'm just out of touch. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe everyone's got a troll account and I'm the loser. 15 love. That must be it. I'm wrong. 15 love. I talk about you a lot, Cam. Well, that's cool. 15 love. Back at a backhand rally as Lemens hits a wide and it's 30 love. $30 love. $30 love. I say good things. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. $30 love. And Swiatek serves the back in Lemens. Now Swiatek down the line. Lemens backhand slice. And that goes out by Lemens. 40 love. $40 love. $40 love. As we're forward now down the line to the backhand slice of Lemens. Now Swiatek in the backhand Lemens again. To the forehand Swiatek. As Lemens backhand into the forehand Swiatek. To the forehand Lemens. Swiatek forehand in the net. 40-15. Oh, it was a joke. Haha. Okay. Haha. 40-15. $40-15. All right, Swiatek wins the game. All right, chat. I'm about 2 seconds from turning members only mode on. Can we just relax, please? Actually, we just need. Let's just. Shh. Just shush. It's too early in the morning for people to be picking fights in the chat, and it's too early. It's too early for this. All right, 3-0. Is it a 4-4 rally? As that goes out from Lemens, love 15. Love 15. We got Sinner coming up next. I'm sure that'll be drama free in the chat. And love 15. As Lemens serves. Into the back of Swiatek. Good return. Lemens puts it up into the sky. And then Swiatek with a bounce smash. Win up. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. As we're to serve again. Return goes in from Swiatek. Lemens puts it away on the forehand. And it's 15-30. $15.30. A fault from Lemens, second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek forehand of the forehand of Lemens. And Lemens hits it out. 15-40. By the way, chat, I'm considering going to Indonesia to watch My Chemical Romance. Is that a good idea? What do you reckon? They're going to Southeast Asia, and they're not coming to Australia. So, and it'd probably be just as much to go to there and watch them than it would be if they came to Australia anyway. Swiatek breaks. 4-3. Setting a break. Apparently their shows are crazy. So I'm thinking, when do they go? I think they go next year. See, chat, this is when I wish I lived in America because they always have everything's good. They have like concerts all the time. You're so lucky. If you live in America, you're so lucky. We get like one person come out once every 4 years, maybe if we're lucky. 5 years, 6 years. Australia's so far away. No one tours here. 28th of... Wait. So the end of April. End of April. Oh, they go to the Philippines. They're going to the Philippines. In April. They're also going to Thailand. What's happening at the end of April? Does anyone know? Japan gets a lot of singers as well, like a lot. Yeah, Tokyo is like huge for huge part of the place that people go as well. Love 15. What's next year look like? When I know like April is sort of when we get things get kind of crazy. Could I go, chat? Could I please go to Indonesia in April to watch a band? Please. Oh, it's Madrid. It's between Madrid and Rome. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. That's brutal. That's brutal. It's like literally second week of Madrid. Ah, that sucks. God, that's the worst. Even if I went and streamed there, it wouldn't make any difference because the concert would be at the same time as the matches. 15:30, nice hitting by Swiatek. Pardon me. Ah, man. Maybe I'll just wait till they come to Australia in 7 years. Ah, 30-all. 30-all. Swiatek serves again. Yeah, Nightbot is a real person. As that backhand goes out by Swiatek for 30-40. I'm seeing My Chemical Romance tomorrow. Well, enjoy. I heard it's really good. It's a very good concert. Breakback point. And then come tomorrow or come in a couple of days and tell me how if it's worth traveling to another country to watch. 30-40. Maybe we'll do a My Chemical Romance fund. I think flights and accommodation and tickets for the show will probably be maybe $2,000 total. Probably, maybe. Probably more, but as Lemens hits it out, it's deuce. Because like flights to Indonesia are pretty cheap from Australia. If acts do come to Australia, they very rarely come to Tasmania. That's true. They never go to Tasmania. Sometimes they only just go to Sydney. They don't even go to Melbourne sometimes. All right, deuce. There's a bit of forehand out of the backhand of Swiatek. Forehand now from Lemens. The back of Swiatek. Lemens picks up a forehand. And then Swiatek with a volley lob. Lemens with a forehand to the forehand of Swiatek. Into the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek forehand again. Down the line. Lemens backhand. Goes into the backhand of Swiatek. There's Lemens with a forehand on the stretch. Swiatek's there with a forehand cross court. Lemens on the stretch goes down the line. Swiatek backhand cross. Lemens gets there but hits it long and it's advantage Swiatek. Good rally. You can miss a couple of days matches to watch a concert. I don't think anyone will hold it against you. Yeah, I know, but I will feel bad. So that's I when the schedule comes out and when I know when the tournaments are, I schedule my life around that. So it's not so much like, hey, I'm going to go do this thing and not like and a 1,000 event is like kind of a non-negotiable. Like there's no like, just don't watch the Madrid finals. It's like, it's kind of a big deal. I kind of need to watch those. Be different if it was like Barcelona finals or like, a 500 event, but 1,000 events, it's like, they're pretty big deal. I can't really miss those. Deuce. As Swiatek hits in the net, advantage Lemens. Dublin, on the other hand, have heaps of concerts. Luckily, I have family here. That's so lucky. Yeah, I mean, even living in London, like there was so many concerts in London because it's not that far away from America. I'll just wait. They'll come to Australia. And I have a friend who would want to go as well, so it's easy. That'd be easy. Swiatek double fault, so we're back on serve. Hang on. 4-0. They'll come to Australia. Even if they come to Sydney, I'll go to Sydney. Fine, I'll go to Sydney. I'll go to Sydney and watch if they don't come to Melbourne. They'll come to Australia. If they're going to Southeast Asia, they'll probably make the trip over here too. They'll come to Australia. And then no matter what day they play, I'm going to see them. I like that's one thing flying to another place and spending like, a couple of days or, a week somewhere else and not, missing out on stuff. But one night, and usually when we're watching, the good thing is, usually when we're watching the tournaments in Asia, in Europe, that by the time things finish, like 11 o'clock at night in Australia, the tournaments usually start around that time. So the Madrid finals would probably start at like 1 a.m. So I'd be able to get back anyway. Be no problem. If they come here in like May, it wouldn't be that bad. It's when things happen during the day that I can't do during the European season. But yeah, if they come to Australia, I'm going. I have to go to My Chemical Romance if they come to Australia. That's not even... It's can't even... Not even a... Oh, geez. That... Swiatek just smacked the ball on the return. It is almost... Did she hit the ball person? That was brutal. Oh, no, it hit the chair. Luckily, they were ducking. Damn. That was a headshot had she stood up. That poor ball kid is just like, what the hell? It wasn't on purpose. It was an accidental, bad return. But Swiatek just nailed it into the chair and narrowly missed the person at the net. All right, 40-15. The men's coming back here. Seven to the back of Swiatek. Return goes into the back of Lemens. Swiatek forehand pass is a winner, 40-30. Cross-court forehand winner by Swiatek. By the way, chat room is at 300 likes. Appreciate that. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. As we return now to the forehand of Lemens. Forehand from Swiatek on the stretch. Lemens with a forehand lob. And Swiatek with a forehand again to the forehand of Lemens. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Lemens with a backhand on the stretch. Swiatek down the line. Lemens gets it with a forehand off the tape. Swiatek then hits it wide. It's 5-4 Lemens. She takes the lead in the second. 5-4. Cam, you seem more alert and less tired as the match has become more competitive. Yeah, because I've slowly woken up. And the match has become more competitive. So yes, both. Both of those things have happened. All right. Swiatek serving to stay in the set now. Weird. And showing that long rally that was happening in the last couple of games. As Goffin breaks in the third. He's down 2 sets of love though. Also, Kostyuk is up 3-love against Sonmez. Shapovalov and Roya have just started. Wong's up 2 sets of love, so is Rublev. And Hashanov just started too. Against Mychek. Right? I'm trying to get that name right because that name is one of the hardest names I've had to figure out. I'm pretty sure it's Mychek, right? Where are the Polish people at? I know you're here. Is it Kamil Mychek? Am I saying that half right? Am I getting close? Because I used to butcher it because I just had no clue what the hell I was trying to say. It's a very tough name for an English speaker to look at that name. You just go, how do I don't know where to start. It starts with an M. I think it's my shack. Not close. Is it my shack? My shack. Help me out. Yeah, is it Mike Shack? Mike Shack, right? No bloody idea. Yeah. Mike Shack. Mike Shack. Okay. My shack. I want to say my shack. Lock it in. I'm gonna go with my shack. Good. All right. 15-30. What the hell's going on with Swiatek? What the hell? Swiatek is losing. Gosh, she's playing terrible in this second set. It's pretty close. All right. pretty close as I'll take it for now, and I'll improve with time. All right, 15:30. As the return goes in the back of Swiatek. 4 now from Lemens. Swiatek backhand in the net. $15.40. Break point, set point for Lemens to take us to a third set. Serve into the back of Lemens. 4 now Swiatek in the net. What are we doing? What is happening? Swiatek was up 4-3, and it looked like we're going to be out of here in like 10 minutes. Now we're going 3. What in the hell just happened? Swiatek just dropped her level. That's what happened. I mean, look, credit to Lemens. She was just solid, but Swiatek, when she got that break, she just completely dropped. And now we're going 3. Okay. That came out of nowhere. 1 minute we're talking about My Chemical Romance. The next minute we're talking about the third set. Yeah, a lot of errors by Swiatek. And a serve completely fell off too in that second set. Crazy. What are we watching? What is going on? What is going on? Also serving first in the third set is Lemens. So let's see if that makes any difference. Yeah, Sinner's going to have to wait. So Sinner was supposed to be coming on. Again, she was up 4-3 Swiatek. It felt like it was just going to be like, oh yeah, she'll win 2 more games. No, she'll lose 3 in a row and we'll play a third. So that happened. Very strange. Very strange. We turned away for 10 minutes and see what happens. I know, right? Just got distracted for 5 seconds and look what happened. Too much weed smoking getting to her? Yeah, because that seems legitimate. Lemens has something in her game. I mean, she is solid. She has a good, solid game, Lemens, for sure. Nothing crazy, no massive weapons. We talked about this earlier, right? She's got a solid game. But Swiatek, I mean, that was Swiatek losing that set. She was up 4-3. She was in control. And then she just dropped a lot of errors. Lemens got a lot of shots back. You know, she made her play, but it wasn't Lemens, like, you know, all of a sudden turning into Ostapenko or Sabalenka, right? It was just, Swiatek just started hitting the ball in the net. And making missing serves. Okay. All right. Is that Virginia Wade? I think so. I think that's Virginia Wade, isn't it? Former British winner of the US Open. Pretty sure it is. Legend of British tennis. I'm pretty sure. Swiatek will lose this. She can't even serve. Okay. Wong is winning. Nice. Are we watching anyone between the night match, between Sinner and the night matches? Yeah, we got Osaka. We're going to watch Osaka. who is coming on after Mercedi. That is Virginia Wade? I thought so. See, Chad, I know something. I know something about tennis. Is someone snoring in the back? No? Alright, here we go. Lemens is going to serve first in the third. This would be an upset. This would be a huge upset. This would be massive. Ah! Lemens serves a fault, second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Lemens, back into Swiatek. Into the back of Lemens, as Swiatek down the line to the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek forehand again, the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek with another forehand to the forehand of Lemens. Into the back of Swiatek. Lemens backhand again to the back of Swiatek. Then Lemens with a slice in the net. Swiatek wins the first point of the third, love 15. Love 15. First serve is a fault, second serve. As with a 4-4 rally, Lemens down the line at the back of Swiatek on the stretch. Swiatek gets it wide and it's 15-0. All right. 15-0. As Lemens serves the fault, second serve. As with a forehand in the net by Swiatek, 30-15. By chat, does anyone else find like this is just a strange situation we're in right now? Like, what is going? Like, this is very odd. This is a very odd situation. First serve is a fault, second serve. Like, it doesn't feel like. I mean, if Lemens wins this match, it would be a very strange loss. And like hard to explain to, like, how did Swiatek lose? I don't know. She kind of just stopped playing well. Like, she started playing bad. like Lemens is serving and playing solid. Like, she's not giving away any errors, but like Swiatek just ace from Lemens. Okay, all right, one love. Like, it's just very like, what happened? Swiatek was fine for a set and a half, and then all of a sudden, her game, like, she just like stopped playing. It's weird. It's weird. Like, it would be one thing if Lemens was also, all of a sudden, like, dominating and playing amazing and was like overpowering Swiatek, but that's not happening. Swiatek is just not rallying and not consistent. Yeah, Lemens was definitely not overpowering Swiatek for sure. She's just being very consistent and very smart and very solid on her side. Swiatek just went off. All right, 1-0. 1-0. Lemens. Final set. The return goes out by Lemens. 15 love. Serve again. Into the forehand of Lemens. Back into Swiatek in the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek forehand to the back into Lemens. Into the back into Swiatek as Lemens with the forehand cross court goes wide. And it's 30 love. Yeah, Lemens won 4 games in a row. Just sort of randomly. My shack is how you pronounce it. Okay, sweet. I'll make sure I remember that. Rublev lost the third. Okay, cool. Sure, why not? I guess. Like, what are you doing? 30 love. Chat, what's going on? What things have just started to get weird. 30-15. Gosh, Sinner gonna lose? Is that what we're warming up to? If we lose Sinner and Swiatek in like today, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If we lose both of them today, I might not come to work tomorrow. I might take the day off. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need a day off. Return goes into the forehand of Swiatek. And Swiatek comes to the net with a half volley, but Lemens gets it with a forehand and hits a winner. Too quick. 30 all. 30 all. Swiatek in trouble. All. She hits an ace at what at? 40-30. Oh, hello. 40-30. Good serving, Swiatek. All right, 1-1. My Chemical Romance are playing in Wembley on the 7th. Oh, sorry, on the 10th, 11th of July. Why don't you come to London and go to Wimbledon and MCR? I mean, look, I'd love to, but I can't afford that. That's crazy. That's expensive. That's an expensive. That's a lot. That's expensive. That's at least a $10,000 trip. Like, that's not even doing the math. I'm like, that's 10 grand for sure. I can't do that. I can't afford that. That's crazy. Love 15. That ain't gonna happen. All right, fault second serve. As the return goes out by Swiatek, 15-all. You could do a GoFundMe. Yeah, GoFundMe to go to London. No, I don't want that. I don't want to do that. 10th and 11th would mean semis and ladies finals day. Yeah, I get it. I mean, yeah, sure. That's great, but I mean, that's just... That's cool and all, but also, again, it's expensive. Great pickup by Swiatek, but Lemens puts it away, 30-15. Mercedi already won? Oh, man. God damn it, I'm not ready. We're not ready. Not ready. Not ready to watch that match. GoFundMe for a hair transplant in Turkey. Yeah, what did I say to you? Like, I didn't. What did I do to deserve that? Anyways, Foyne goes into the Foyne of Swiatek. Into the Foyne of Lemens. Foyne of Swiatek goes out by Lemens in his 30-all. Little chance here for Swiatek. Sell Mia to fund your trip. See, this is what happens, chat. Mods, can we write down all the people's names that say those kind of things? I feel like they are consistently saying those things, so those people need to be on the list. 30-all. 30-all. Back in a backhand rally. As we find it from Swiatek. That goes out. That's it. That's what's happening. Swiatek's getting in the good spot, but then she'll just make an error like that. 40-30. (40-30). As the return goes into the Foyne of Lemens. Swiatek past Lemens with a drop volley, but it goes wide. Deuce. We get to deuce. All right. Lemens serves again. Into the Foyne, Swiatek in the net. Good serve, Lemens. Advantage, Lemens. And we have fault, second serve. And Lemens double faults back to deuce. Serve again. Is a fault. Second serve is a fault. All right, advantage Swiatek. She got gifts. Swiatek to take the break in the third, but that was a gift. And she says another fault. Second serve. Goes in. To the back of Swiatek. Great return. Lemens gets a slice, but it's long. Swiatek. She gets the break in the final set, but that was a gift. Lemens gave that one to her. With two double faults. And a second serve. Lemens gives up the break. 2-1 Swiatek final set. Lemens is at a career high ranking, so this isn't totally crazy. Yeah, but it also is we talked about, we gave credit to Lemens already. We're giving her a lot of credit, but at the end of the day, Swiatek is playing the number 60 in the world, so this is totally crazy. All right? Yeah, granted, Lemens has been playing great. Like, she's having a career best season, but she's not like top 20 or like Swiatek is still Swiatek's had a great time lately too, right? Swiatek's lowest ranked loss was still to Eala, but after that, it's Ostapenko 37. So this would be her second worst loss, and maybe her worst loss if you take... Eala in Miami, this is a bigger loss than that. Because, Eala in Miami, but Eala had already beaten Keys, Ostapenko, so there's a little bit of form there. losing to Lemens in the second round of a Grand Slam, and after Swiatek won Wimbledon, Cincinnati, I mean, this would be her worst loss of the year. And the most shocking loss of the year, I think, if she was to lose. Lemens has only got 6,500 followers on Instagram as well. That's going to go up. That'll be 10K by the end of the day. All right, Swiatek serves. As Lemens returns into the forehand of Swiatek, Lemens with another forehand into the forehand of Swiatek. As Lemens down the line, goes long. 15 love. 15 love. Can Kalinskaya beat Swiatek? Well, that's the question, right? I mean, Kalinskaya in the next round, we know can beat Swiatek. And we know that when they played last week or 2 weeks ago, that Kalinskaya was not 100%. If Kalinskaya is fit and running in this next round, and Swiatek makes it through this match, Kalinskaya is going to be a big problem for Swiatek. We know how dangerous a healthy Kalinskaya is. And if Swiatek does this against her, that's not going to... I mean, Kalinskaya can bully Swiatek. That's the difference too, right? Like, Lemens, she's been playing really well. She's been really consistent, but she is not a bully. She doesn't have those bully shots. I'm talking about big forehands. I'm talking about, down the line backhands, humongous ground strokes, and a good serve, right? Lemens is solid, but she doesn't have weapons like Kalinskaya does. And then after that, there's Alexandrova, who has a even stronger game. So it's like, well, what's going to happen there? Swiatek's going to have to lift big time against those players if she gets through this match. Forehand goes in the line, the backhand of Lemens. Swiatek backhand into the backhand of Lemens. And Swiatek backhand again to the backhand of Lemens. She goes in the middle with the backhand into the forehand of Swiatek. Lemens forehand again to the forehand of Swiatek. There's Lemens. He goes again to the forehand of Swiatek. Into the backhand now is Lemens forehand again. Swiatek backhand cross. Lemens gets it back, but hits it in the net. 40-15. It is never too late to be where you might have been. Is that a song? Is that a lyric? What does that mean? It sounds very profound. Swiatek holds 3-1. What does that mean? Anyone know what that means? Swiatek is lucky? How? All right, 3-1 Swiatek final set. Doesn't Kalinskaya have a better overall game than Alexandrova? Yeah, but Alexandrova has just like ridiculous power. So if Alexandrova doesn't have to be have like every shot in the book, as long as the shots that she's hitting are huge, like the big serve. Alexandrova, we know, we've watched her. Her serve can disappear and she can hit 20 double faults. But if she's serving well and her forehand's working, watch out. We know how scary she is. She's beaten Swiatek too, and Sabalenka. And Coco, I think. She's beaten them all. Love 15. There's a forehand now from Swiatek on the stretch. Forehand now from Lemens. Swiatek slice. Swiatek runs for the drop shot, but hits in the net on the forehand. It's 15-0. Dun, 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 dun. 15-0. As Lemens serves. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Forehand now down the line from Lemens. The backhand of Swiatek into the backhand of Lemens. And Swiatek backhand again. The backhand of Lemens. To the Swiatek forehand. Cross court in the forehand of Lemens on the stretch. And Swiatek backhand again. The backhand of Lemens. Swiatek forehand inside out. That's a good shot. Lemens gets a backhand again. To the backhand of Swiatek. Into the forehand now of Lemens. As Swiatek, another forehand again. Lemens gets it back. Long rally again here as we're backing again from Swiatek. Lemens goes down the line. Swiatek forehand cross. Lemens on the stretch goes wide. And now Swiatek's starting to win these long rallies. 15-30. 15-30. Cam is the Batman. That was the longest rally of the match, 24 shots. All right, 15-30. Kind of needing that double break. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Into the back of Swiatek. Return goes into the back of Lemens. Lemens in the net. And it's 15-40. Swiatek for the double break. By the way, 1 in the chat if you're here. 2 in the chat if you're not here. 3 in the chat if you don't know. As we get a return now to the forehand of Lemens. Lemens puts it down the line for a winner. 30-40. 30-40. As the return goes into the forehand of Lemens and she hits a winner, we get the deuce. We get the deuce. Breakpoint saved. Oh, wait, schedule came out? God, but I'm too cold. I can't get my phone. I'm cold. Dude, damn it. I can't reach. Where the hell? Somebody copy and paste the schedule in the chat. Advantage Swiatek. Somebody just write the schedule in the chat, please. Arthur Ashe, center court. Tell me what's up. Just write in order. Schedule order, please. Just please. Advantage Swiatek. Help. 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 First serve's a fault. Second serve. Help. How cold is it? It's cold enough. Carlos on the first thing. God damn it. I can't get it. One sleep. Anyway, Swiatek breaks. I've got to press buttons. All right. Fine. Ugh. All right. Hang on. All right. Let me check the schedule. I'm up now. All right. Fine. I'm awake. I'm here. What we got tomorrow? Swiatek with the double break. She needed it. Oh, this schedule sucks. What are they doing? What are they doing? This is the worst schedule of the week. Oh my God. What have they done? What have they done? Why would you put all the good matches on at the same time? Raducanu and Alcaraz at the same time, first thing in the morning. Is what it is. And then Sabalenka and Djokovic at the same time at night. But then there's like nothing between. I mean, maybe Vondrousova Palini. Like, I'm not surprised they put Pegula and Townsend on Arthur Ashe. But how do they not... Like, why... Why is Alcaraz playing first thing in the morning? And chat, you know that what I think when they put the number 1 in the world on court number 2. Sabalenka got shafted. I know, yes, Townsend and Andreeva is a night... Friday night... Is it Friday night? Is tomorrow Friday? Yeah. Friday night, I get that. But also... Like, Sabalenka's number 1. I mean, that's got to give you... Townsend Andreeva is a great match, but is it a center court instead of Sabalenka? Unless Sabalenka didn't want to play after Djokovic, maybe. She didn't want to play late, maybe. That's probably it. Maybe we'll go with that. We'll go with that, maybe. Anyways, Swiatek's got 4-1. Man. All right, well, tomorrow's going to be... I mean, look, it's not that bad. It's just that it's very strange they put the two... Raducanu, Raducanu is at the same time as Alcaraz. It's a bit strange. I'm a little surprised Alcaraz is playing first thing in the morning. That's shocking. That's a shock. That doesn't make much sense to me. All right, love 15. As with a 4 now from Lemens and Swiatek in the net. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. As we serve again from Swiatek, and then the short ball down, winner down the line from Swiatek, and it's 15-30. $15.30. Swiatek serves again. As that goes into the net by Swiatek on the backhand. 15-40. She does have a double break in this set, though. 15-40. But again, Swiatek just making some weird errors. Strange times. 15-40. Swiatek serves again. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. The back of Lemens. Forehand Swiatek. Into the front of Lemens on the stretch. Swiatek forehand down the line as Lemens backhand cross court. Swiatek gets it. With the backhand into the slice Lemens. Lemens hits out 30-40. Osaka just started. Oh, shit. Sorry. Don't worry, Chad. I'm a professional. I'm paying attention. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Mercedi went way too fast. Don't worry about it. It hasn't started yet. It's fine. Don't worry. All right. Backhand Lemens on the stretch. Swiatek with a forehand into the backhand of Lemens. Again, the back of Swiatek. Lemens into the forehand of Swiatek. As Lemens forehand again to the front of Swiatek. Into the back of Lemens. Swiatek with a forehand inside out. Goes wide. There's the break. One of the breaks back. 4-2 Swiatek in the third. All right, nearly 2 hours played, by the way. All right, what's going on? We got Osaka taking on Baptiste. They have played a couple of times this year, and it's been a contest. So not easy for Osaka. We're watching Swiatek play a 3-setter, which is a little bit out of the ordinary, but that's happening. And then we've got Sinner coming on after this against Poprin, which arguably is match of the day. Depends who you ask. All right, love 15. Osaka's about to start. So we're just waiting for that. And then we will continue our coverage as the return goes into the forehand of Lemens. Lemens, it's long. And it's love 30. Love 30. Come on the women's side of the tournament. Who do you think wins the whole tournament? Well, I picked Sabalenka, but I mean, Swiatek would be a pick. I mean, I picked Sabalenka just because she won last year, and I didn't know what. I mean, Swiatek would have been the better pick just because of her form, but I don't know. It could be somebody that we know. It should be somebody else. I don't even know. It could be Krejcikova. You know? All right. $30. Osaka just starting, by the way. Perfect timing. I'm going to go Osaka in 3. As Lemens hits a drop shot, she's going to get it. Lemens with the volley winner, though. Good hands. 40-30. As Baptiste wins the first point, love 15. Beautiful forehand winner from Baptiste. Ooh, that's a good start. Yeah, Andreeva, Pegula. I mean, yeah. I'll tell you this, chat. That colored dress that Osaka is wearing just gave me a Serena flashback. I don't know what year it was, but that's a Serena. That dress is Serena from I don't know what year it was, but that I've seen that dress before. It's definitely the same. Look, Nike are putting all their Serena designers onto the Osaka team at the moment. She's getting all those Serena design team from Nike. She's getting them now. Is she the only player that gets custom gear from Nike at the moment? Because Alcaraz doesn't. Sinner doesn't. Sabalenka maybe? Maybe Sabalenka? But that's only been recent. But that just took me back. What year did Serena wear the purple dress at the US? Somebody said 2018. Was it 2018? No, I think it was 2019 when she made the final. Yeah, it was 2019. It was 2019, but she was wearing the long sleeve. Remember, she wore like the long sleeve and the not the tutu dress that week, but definitely that style of dress was a Serena staple. Yeah, 2019. 2019. That just took me back. 2019. It's had a flashback. It's the same color. It's the same color. That purple. Anyway, it's 30-all. Yeah, Rafa was wearing like an interesting color too. The same color.
Goat.
Hey, thank you, Arian, for the $2, and also thank you for the 12 months. Appreciate that as a member. Yeah, iconic. Break point though, it's not helping her win this first game. 30-40. Break point for Baptiste. Alcaraz's custom colors. No one else is rocking the purple. Yeah. I mean, he might have a custom color, but they have the same design. As that volley goes in the net from Baptiste. And it's deuce. Because like Alcaraz, right? Like that one. Alcaraz was the only one to wear that. But that was the same design for like Draper and Runa. But it was a different color. So maybe like Alcaraz gets like... Like they make like 3 different versions. And he gets to pick one and his. And then everyone else has to wear the others. But that's not the same as like custom gear. Like nobody else is wearing what Osaka's wearing in any other variation. It's only her. And then Sabalenka, I don't think I've seen anyone else wear what Sabalenka's wearing. So that's different. to them being like, hey, here's 3 sets of colors. We're going to give the others this one, but you get this one. All right, Osaka holds 1-love. 15-all here. Swiatek with a forehand. She's got 1 break still, but she's got to be careful as that goes wide by Lemens, 30-15. $30-15. By the way, plenty of matches going on at the moment. Keep an eye on all the results. Swiatek serves an ace. And it's 40-15. Shapo won the first set of his match. Rublev is up 2-1. Wong is up 2-1. Kostyuk won the first set of her match. And for now, that is all. Hashanov also won the first set of his match. 40-15. Swiatek to go to 5-3. As the return goes into the forehand, Swiatek. Forehand now from Lemens in the net. Swiatek 5-3. Oh, sorry, my bad. Osaka's... I mucked up the scores. Hang on. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry. I'm just... it's been a long week. There you go. There we go. All right. As Osaka gets a backhand return winner. Love 15. Come on, Cam. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. The name's around the wrong way. It's okay. It will be okay. I promise. It's not that deep. It's all right. It was a joke. Oh, well, you got to say lol. As that goes out by Baptiste. Love 30. Love 30. Swiatek 1 game away from getting out of this match. 4-4 rally. Lemens down the line at the back of Swiatek, back into Lemens. Into the back of Swiatek as Lemens 4 under the stretch. Swiatek backhand cross. Lemens gets it with the slice, but it's in the net. Love 15. Love 15. We do have Sinner versus Popperin after the Swiatek match. As Lemens makes Swiatek hit a slice, and then she comes in to the net. Up goes a lob by Swiatek. Smash Lemens straight to Swiatek, who hits a backhand winner. 15, love 30. That was too easy for Swiatek. Also, love 40. Osaka gets the break. Double fault from Baptiste. 2-love Osaka. Okay. 2-0. Osaka, great start. All right. Love 30. Swiatek 2 points away. As the return goes wide from Swiatek. 15-30. 15-30. As Lemens serves again. The return goes in the back of Lemens. For now, Swiatek in the net. 30-all. But the winner plays Khaled Skyer on Saturday. On Saturday. By the way, Osaka, yeah, she hit the net with her foot. When she went to hit that backhand, she hit the net, so she lost the point 15-all. That was clear cut. No discussion. As Lemens hits it out. All right, Swiatek's got a match point. Swiatek to take the dub in 3. It hasn't been easy. It looked like it was going to be easy. It looked like it was going to be over and done and no problems. But then Swiatek just kind of had a little bit of a end of second set siesta. But she's recovered well as we get a forehand from Lemens into the forehand Swiatek match point. As Lemens goes to the slice of Swiatek, Lemens wins the point. Swiatek in the net. And we get the deuce. Anyone can win the women's tournament, which is usually the case, to be honest. True. I mean, nobody thought Swiatek would win Wimbledon, right? Or at least not many people thought she'd win Wimbledon. So who's to say that maybe someone unexpected wins the US? Then again, on the women's side, it doesn't feel like the US is as random. Besides the Raducanu. Like, if you look at the US Open over the last few years, it doesn't feel... Like, Osaka's won it a few times. You know, Raducanu was the one that was like, what was that? But then, like, Sabalenka, Goff, Swiatek, I mean, that's not weird. Right? I think for the ladies, Wimbledon's the random one. And then on the men's side, it's definitely US. But I don't think the US doesn't feel as random for the ladies. But maybe that's this year. It'll change this year, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, Baptiste breaks back 2-1. And Swiatek gets a wide on the return. And Lemens has made Swiatek serve for the match. All right, Swiatek's going to serve for it. Yeah, Swiatek at Wimbledon was under the radar. Yeah, it wouldn't be, not random, that's probably not the right word, but under the radar for sure. That for sure was not expected. I mean, with Sabalenka, with Goff even, you know, Pegula, you know, there's a lot of players there that, you know, that were, that should have, could have won. All right, Swiatek's going to serve for the match and get the hell out of here and play Kalinskaya, which is going to be a very interesting matchup in a few days. Very good chance we finally get another repeat US winner other than Osaka. True. Unless Raducanu wins. People thought Sabalenka would win Wimbledon. Yeah. I'm one of those people. That was me. I said that. All right, Sabalenka to serve. Serving for the match. As the return goes in, the forehand Swiatek, she puts it away, and it's 15-love. All right, see you later, Isabel. Enjoy your day. All right, Swiatek serves again. Into the back of Lemens. Return goes back to Swiatek. As Lemens puts up a lob. But Swiatek puts away the smash. 30-love. Priscilla Hahn is the only person left in from the qualies. Yeah, I know, right? How good's that? 30-love. Australia's doing way better at the US than we did at Wimbledon. Wimbledon, we were terrible. We were shocking. So I'm glad we're actually doing well. All right, return goes into the back of Lemens. Forehand from Swiatek. Lemens into the forehand again of Swiatek. To the forehand of Lemens. Swiatek forehand again to the forehand of Lemens. But Lemens hits a wide. 40-love. Swiatek to take the win and get to the third round of the US Open. $40-love. Match points. Match points. Swiatek. 3 of them. And Swiatek serves. A fault. Second serve. is a double fault. 40-15. 40-15. Still match point. And an ace to finish. All right. Swiatek gets it done. But that was hopefully a wake-up call that she cannot, let up. All right. Swiatek wins in 3. And she'll be happy about that. To get out of that match. To just get out of that match. That match was getting awkward. All right, GG's. She is in to the third round. She'll play Kalinskaya in a couple of days, and that is going to be interesting. If Kalinskaya is healthy, Swiatek's got to be on her best. Got to be on her best. 30-40, by the way. Osaka to get the break in this first set again. Yeah, 2 hours. I mean, it was a quick match, so that's fine. But it was just that when she was up 4-3 in the second and she lost 6-4, that was strange. Where she kind of just dropped that level right at the end. I don't think she'll do that next time. I think next time she's in that position, she'll be she won't allow her opponent back into the match. But yeah, that was concerning. She needs to not do that. She can't be doing that. Definitely not against Kalinskaya. Kalinskaya is too. You don't need to give her gifts. She will do it. She will win on her racket. You don't need to help her. Don't give her any charity. But she won, and that's all that matters. She'll get better as we go along. Advantage Baptiste, by the way, to level this first set against Osaka. But Lemens is in career best form, and that was a good result. I mean, even if when she leaves, she's got to be happy with that. Taking a set off the world number 2. She's only ever played 2 top 10 players, Lemens. That was the second time, and she didn't win a set in her first match against Raducanu earlier this year. So Lemens definitely improving after getting a shot at Raducanu, getting a set of Swiatek. That's improvement. Swiatek she'll be way more switched on from start to finish. I think she won't have a mental break in the middle like she did today. I think she'll have to be on the entire time. She can't afford to drop her level at all against Kalinskaya. But yeah. All right, we'll merge the streams in a second, and then we've got Sinner coming up. Arian.
Who does Patrick Murtaglow coach now?
I don't think he coaches anyone at the moment. I think he's a free agent. But thank you for the donation. Lemens should get in the top 50. Yeah, she should. She should be after this week. All right, if you want to keep watching, jump on over here. We're going to merge the stream. And then we've obviously got Sinner coming up as well. So jump on over if you want to keep watching Osaka taking on Baptiste, which is turning out to be an interesting matchup so far. Osaka and Baptiste have had a couple of battles this year. By the way, packed stadium at Louis Armstrong. Love to see it. A lot of people there. It is a full stadium. But Swiatek wins. She takes out Lemens in 3. And she will take on Kalinskaya in the third round, which is a very interesting match because Kalinskaya has beaten Swiatek before. And Kalinskaya, if healthy, is dangerous. So Swiatek's got to be on guard. But Sinner also coming up next if you want to stick around. All right. Osaka with a 4.